All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the Undrafted Hockey Fan Podcast. I am Brad. Today we got Jaybird Jason coming on, and we got a new fresh guest, James. So, James, how you doing, man?
What's up? Good to see you,
Good.
boys. I'm doing great. Ready to talk some hockey.
Yeah, I know. We all got the Red Wings game on. We're all like, all right. What you
Yeah.
say? You know,
Yeah,
Jason, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Brad. How are you living?
Good, dude. Again, I'm looking up for my nap, dude. So I will get more lively. My voice will get more and more clear. It takes me like 2 hours in the morning to wake up. So, of course, by the end of this pod, I'll be like, "Let's go!" And so,
Yeah, hopefully.
yeah. So, all right, let's talk some Red Wings, boys. So, I got a couple things we haven't talked about the Red Wings in a couple weeks. So, a couple things happened. You know, this is old news at this point, but I kind of want to just knock it out. The Seider signing 8.55 per year for 7 years. And James, you had a little bit of a spicy take there. Talk to us.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all right with the money. I just think that 7 years for Seider is way too long. I mean, what is this his third or fourth year?
This is now his fourth year.
Fourth year?
Yeah.
I mean, he
Calder
won
winner.
the Calder. He won the Calder, but he hasn't really done much else to for that size of a contract. I don't think he's gonna really do much else, to be honest with you.
No, the thing is he's a two-way defenseman. He's not your Quinn Hughes or your Eric Carlson. Like, he's not a huge point getter. I think he's gonna end up being. I mean, he's gonna be like a Wish.com, in my opinion, like Cale Makar. Like, he's like 75% of Cale Makar. 75%. I'm saying, like, he can still put up points. He can still defend. Like, how many two-way defensemen are like? Who's some two-way elite defensemen you're talking about? Like, because that's, to me, that's what Seider's going to be, is a elite two-way defenseman, not putting up 90 points or anything. Probably putting up like a solid 60, 70, which is what Lidstrom did. Not saying he's Lidstrom, but
Right.
that's what Lidstrom used to do. You know,
I don't know. I just think whenever I watch him, some games, yeah, he has great games. Other games, he looks like he's got no energy. I think he tries to get way too cute with the puck, and then in turn, like most of our other defensemen, end up taking stupid penalties because he makes mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's just because he's still super young. I mean, this is all speculation. This is just my opinion. He had a great Calder season. I don't think, a big right-handed shooting defenseman is coveted in the NHL.
Yeah.
So that's a reason to pay him. Like, I'm not like mad at the contract at all. I just think 7 years is a long time.
Well, I mean, think about this too. Like, you rely on Seider to do everything. So again, like the other night, he played 25 minutes. Like, that's a number one defenseman, and up to this point for the last 3 years, he's had to do everything. He's had, like, last year, him and Wallman had the most defensive starts of all defensemen on the team. So if you're going to be like, oh, like, what's he doing? Like, you're not going to get the flashy plays. You're going to get them. He's maybe taking the puck off a guy or something like that, or like getting a stoppage play. But overall, you're not going to get that flash, right? It's the same way that Jacob Slavin is so underrated in Carolina. You're like, oh, he's getting paid like $6 million. You're like, why? Who the fuck is Jacob Slavin? He's the best defensive defenseman in the league.
Dude, Jacob Slavin's been great for years. I don't think he's underrated at all. I mean, I would take Jacob Slavin over Seider any day, to be honest.
Not any day. I mean,
dude, if we're talking real, like, what has Seider done all that much? Have we been in the playoffs? Have we been in the playoffs?
Dude, that is not that is
has our defensive core as a unit been one of the stronger ones in the NHL? No.
So what would you have given him? Sorry, Jay, you can go ahead. It's James and I are dominating. Go, Jay.
Well, James, it's a hard thing when your goaltenders are giving up 3.31 goals per game and their save percentages are under 900. I mean, you can only blame so much on the D guys. And in terms of Seider, I think he's a great shutdown D man. I'm not paying him for points. I'm paying him because he's a big body and he wears on guys. And I think at the bigger times of the moment we saw near the end of last season, where when the games were on the line for the last 15 games, he got big, he got strong, and he didn't take shit from anybody. So I just missed the 5-minute mark.
I would actually like to see more of that nastiness, dude. Because
he's starting this year.
We just signed out Austin Watson, who is he's a fighter, he's a grinder. Other than that, we haven't really had anybody on the team for the Wings that fights, that gets down and dirty, that does the nasty stuff. And he's got a streak in him. He's got a mean streak. So I mean, it's not. I don't hate Seider. I think he's a great player. Obviously, he's in the NHL. He won the Calder Trophy. Yeah. I just think, me personally, expected him to be further along than he is right now. And a lot of that is he's on the Wings. They were still going through a rebuild. They're developing a lot of the other young guys. So I get that. I just am maybe a little harsh.
Yeah, to me, they're still in the rebuild. To me, like, I still think this is a rebuild because look. So do you think about this? They're like, this is why I still think they're rebuild. They're the first player, and Yzerman's been in it's his 6th year, right? Or he started in 2019. This is 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, so his 6th year. He's now just getting a guy outside the first round to start playing. Like, and that's Albert Johansson, who's played 1 game, right? So like you're now seeing, like, to me, like, it's that line where that wave, right, where you see like, oh, here's some first round picks, and now you're starting to see like you just got like Berggren's not a pick of Yzerman. Neither is Rasmussen, neither is Larkin, neither is Veleno. Those are all Holland picks. So you had up until this year, I mean, in Edmonton a little bit last year, all you had were Raymond and Seider. So then now Edmonton finally full time. Now Johansson's up here. Now he's going to be full time unless they trade him. But like you're starting to see the Yzerman guys finally come out of it, and that's kind of why I still think they're in a rebuild, because you're just trying to fill pocket. The wall is leaking, and he's like, oh, I'm going to fill. This is a Sherratt hole. Here's a Cop hole. Here's a Comfer hole, right? Like he's just trying to fill in spots. And you don't build a team through free agents. Let's be honest. Unless you're Florida, or like even they have great drafting, but like unless you're a no tax state, then it's not going to work, So
and even with the cap nowadays, it's impossible to buy a team through free agency.
Yeah, exactly.
So
no, that's where sorry, I'm texting Tyler. I can see he's trying to jump on, but I don't see his camera working yet. So, but yeah, that's where I'm like, I can see what Yzerman's trying to do. He's trying to do the idea around as a rolling cap, and so you bring in these guys to plug holes, and they're going to start to fall off, right? Like and we kind of talked about with Hall. Like, if Hall doesn't work, you can buy him out next year. He'll be on his 3rd year. So like, okay, you can move on from him. Cop will have like 2 years left. You can start to move on from him. Like, I think it's 2 years left in me. See, Cop 3 years. He'll have 2 years left tomorrow or next year. So you can buy him out then. So, which is, again, those are fuck ups by Yzerman. But I think the idea around this is that you're allowing these guys to kind of come in, and like, he hasn't given out huge deals besides the Larkin, Raymond, and Seider. And to be honest, if one of those don't work, the Red Wings are a lot further back in the development, right? That's why you see like Montreal signs Yaroslav Koski for 8 years after he's played the 1 season. It's like, well, if it doesn't work out, we're kind of screwed, because that's a big asset to lose, right? So you're seeing all these teams like Matty Beniers signed for 7 years. Dylan Gunther signed for 7 years with Utah. So you have these guys that like are you're supposed to be your franchise guys. So you're like, well, let's bet on the franchise guys like Seider. And I do agree. To me, I think that Seider's a $9 million defenseman all day. Like every year he's a $9 million defenseman. I think it was a steal, which is why they had to go to 7 years. But I'm also biased because he has great hair.
He does have great hair, and obviously I want it to work out. I want him to be that $9 million a year player. He has the potential. I mean, I think that those are.
What's up, Ty?
What up, Ty?
What up?
What's up?
What up?
Look at that dude cheesing. Look at that.
Speaking of hair,
we're just talking about Sider's hair. You got Sider hair, dude. Yeah, so
I think I'm older than him, so he actually has my hair.
That's true. That's true. He is 20. He is
Don't relax.
23. So
Dude, all these young guys, they'll like talk about them, and they'll show highlights and then tell their age, and it's with every sport. And this guy's 22, this guy's 24. I'm like, holy shit, dude, that guy looks older than me.
Dude,
whoop my ass.
When I turned 30, I had like the real realization. I was like, dude, I really am not going to the NHL. Like, there's
Yeah.
I was like, even like outside shot or like some guys, some beer league scout found me when I threw me in the AHL. Like, you're like, I'm like, when I turned 30, I was like, oh, I'm old. And then I think about like Jeff Petrie, and I'm like, dude, he's just so slow. He's so old. I'm like, dude, he's fucking 35, dude. I'm like, I'm 34.
Jeff Petrie.
Yeah.
Jeff Petrie, man.
Dude, he's 36. Dude, so Tyler, we're talking about the contracts. Dude, yeah. So I think it was a good bet. Like, because he wasn't available when they signed him. So the reason they signed Justin Hall is because it was free agency. So they signed him. And that's why they had to pay. So the rule with free agencies that I was always told is that you're paying $1 million more per year, and you're gonna pay for an extra year. So if you got Justin Hall at 2.4 for 2 years, you can kind of eat that a little bit more. But now, because he's a free agent, you got to pay a little extra. You got to pay a little longer. And so you give him 3 years, 3.4 million. You're like, not really worth it, right? And so but Petrie wasn't available before because he was too expensive. So he was in Pittsburgh, got traded to Montreal. Pittsburgh retained a little bit, and then from Montreal to Red Wings, they retained half. So he's supposed to be being paid like a little over 6 or a little around 6. So Red Wings are paying 2.3, but his contract's actually 6.25. I am in no way taking Petrie at 6.25 for his age. At 2.3, it was kind of like a bet. You're like, hey, this might work out, But luckily, he does fall off. His contract ends this year, and I'm ready for it.
He was in Montreal for how long?
For like a hot second, for like a week.
For like in Montreal?
Well, he was in Montreal before.
Then he went to Pittsburgh, then back to Montreal.
Yeah, and he got traded back to Montreal because Montreal was rebuilding and then so they retained on him and everything. So
yeah,
but yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm again. This is why I still think it's a rebuilding year. After this year, you lose Petrie, and so there you go. You have let's say it's a Albert Johansson and Edvinsson pairing, just theoretically, right? So there you go. That's your second pair, right? Then Patrick Kane's gone, or he could resign, I guess. I imagine he still will. But then you have one last year of Kopp, one last year of Hall. They both have 2 years left. You're gonna buy out one of them, because then you'll have a Casper come up. You'll have a Danielson come up. So there's like this transition where, again, that's why I still think they're not there, and you're not seeing the Irishman guys come up yet. Like next year could be, I think Wallinder is no longer can be sent down with waivers or without waivers. So Wallinder's going to come up. You're going to have Tuomisto, like all these prospects, and there's just like we're like almost there. It's like you can taste it. It's coming right there, which is why if Red Wings miss the playoffs, like I'm okay. I'd be bummed, but like I just don't think it's a year. So
boo.
Ty, you want to jump in on this one? You can get an opinion in?
I mean, I hear you. I mean, I don't know a lot about the contracts, but I'm stoked for the season.
I was like, I'm just happy to be here. That's all.
I'm missing the game right now, I think.
We all have it on right now. We all got on the sides over here.
I got my TV right here. I could. But I'm trying to be professional.
What time do you got?
It's 7:40 here.
James, dude. No, I mean on the screen. What time you got?
It's not on. I don't have it on.
What are you doing?
I thought I was trying to be professional. I didn't want to have anything in the background.
I know, dude. We're all like that's why I'm like I gotta turn the page off while I'm talking, so I'm not distracted.
We're all very unprofessional.
Yeah, no. This is for idiots trying to. We're just that passionate about Red Wings. That's all, Actually, I listened to the Grind Line podcast and they talk about this. They're like, and Ottawa just scored, and and it's funny because I'm like listening to the next day, and they're on the same podcast network too, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm actually gonna be trying to do an interview with them, which would It's tough
Whose
fight.
headphones are clicking? Who's making all that clicking? You hear that?
Yeah, I think
I
it's
hear
Ty.
it.
It's Ty. Yeah. Do you have headphones, Ty?
Yeah, but
Okay.
Now it's
They went
gone.
away.
That's
They
good.
went away, so I think we're good right now. So
that was weird. I'm just it's
Cool.
too
Yeah.
echoey.
you sound a little far away, a little bit,
All
but
right.
it's all right. It's all right. Well, it's all right.
I
You're
have
trying-
Sorry, I
headphones.
got-
last time you guys said my headphones didn't sound good, so I'm gonna try them. But
All right, try it out. So, anyways, so again, I think Cider. I think. What are your thoughts on the internal cap? So, like, your best player should make the most money, and we know clearly at this point, Larkin is the best player. I mean, to me, like, I think Raymond
I believe.
will potentially be it, but I think right at the time before Raymond signed the contract, Larkin's the best player.
I believe every team has one. I don't think we're the only ones to have one.
No,
I mean,
it's not uncommon.
I
You
think
know what I mean?
I think that Larkin is more consistently the best player,
Mhm.
but I think at times DeBrinket's the best player too. But
Yeah.
he's super streaky.
I would say,
Super
yeah.
streaky.
Well,
Very streaky.
You need reliability. I mean,
Yeah.
like and unreliably,
Yeah.
Larkin will get hurt. I mean, that is something that is kind of a bummer. But like
Right.
he is like and mind you, like let's be honest, like centers are more valuable than wingers. There is twice as many wingers in the league than there are centers. And centers you can always move a center to wing. Larkin started off on the wing before going to center. You get paid a little more. You're a little more valuable to the team. I mean, Lafreniere was started on the wing. Byfield started on the wing. I mean, and now they're all playing center. So actually, I think Lafreniere's still playing wing. But we'll see. I'm okay with it because it kind of sets precedent, and it kind of keeps. Unfortunately, in a cap world, you kind of have to like work within the cap, and you're like, hey, this is where we're stopping. I think like who's another? Montreal's doing that as well. I thought it was interesting that Ottawa paid Stützle more. I think he's more valuable than Brady Tkachuk though as well. So,
Yeah, way more valuable.
Yeah, dude, with Timmy Stützle,
Brady's a headhunting meathead. Stützle, dance you out your pants, top shelf.
Did you see Tkachuk's dance the other day?
No,
dude. Someone was behind. I forget which team was playing behind the net, and then it was Lane Hudson on Montreal Canadiens. And Lane's like behind the net, like with the puck and everything, and Brady's going. Like he's like,
mocking
dude,
him.
he's like just dancing or he's like making fun of him because he keeps like trying to go around. Dude, it was the most ridiculous thing. And then some like old head like hockey commentator was like, it's just pretty unprofessional. I'm like, dude, there's no personality in hockey. This is personality. Let him fucking do it, dude. Yeah. Like, so
Did you see they were playing Ottawa was playing Florida, and I think it was before the game, the crowd started chanting "Brady's better" in front of Matthew.
Oh, dude!
Yeah, it was funny. Matthew was laughing.
Dude, yeah, I saw, that's awesome. I love that
because he knows it ain't true. He's sitting there like,
yeah. One is at 100-point season, the other is not. So
right. The other has a ring to go along with the 100-point season.
True, right? So
yeah, Matthew's in a very good spot. I bet he's happy he got the hell out of Calgary.
Dude, yeah.
Could you imagine going from Calgary to playing in Sunrise and just?
Well, what I don't understand, what Calgary was thinking was getting rid of him for Huberdeau. I mean, Huberdeau hadn't had a season like he had before he had the season, and then they trade him, and he hasn't done anything. And Matthew Tkachuk is thriving, dude.
Well, Tkachuk requested a trade. That's why he wasn't going to sign a contract with them. That's why they got rid of him. So it was like, and it was, by the way, it was Craig Conroy, who's now the general manager of Toronto Maple Leafs, traded away like guys like Monahan, traded away Tkachuk, let Gaudreau walk, and then Toronto Maple Leafs are like, yeah, we'll take you as a general manager. Like, dude, you're crazy. So, but
Tkachuk and they, dude, everybody left that team. Hannafin left. I mean, I don't know how they let that young defenseman leave. Along with all those guys.
He's not young.
Noah Hannafin?
He's like 28.
No.
Yeah, he's like 28, dude. They just signed him to 8 years. He's not as young as you think he is. Let me see.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call that old.
Why? Is that your age?
No, I'm 31.
No, he's 20. He's 27. So like Noah Hannafin's looking to get paid. Calgary's not in a position to pay right now. Okay, you guys got to watch the retool video that I did.
Okay,
I'm telling you, I did a whole Calgary segment of how they're just like clearing house, but they have guys.
But listen. Hannafin has been away from Calgary. This is his. So when they left, he was 25, right?
No, he traded last deadline.
Okay, so he could have been 25 last deadline.
No,
right?
He's 27 right now, so he's like he would have been maybe he'd been 26, but he was traded in March.
Okay, but if there's one guy you want to keep, he's young enough to be considered young. You keep him. You pay him. He won a cup with Vegas. He helped Vegas.
No, he didn't.
I don't think.
No, he was.
Yeah, young veteran.
No. He was traded this past March, and Florida won this year. Noah Hanifin only played the first round this year.
Oh, for Vegas?
Yeah, because Vegas traded for Anthony Mantha. They traded for Hurdle, and they traded for Noah Hanifin. So he was just recently traded because he signed a contract this year. I'm looking at the contract right now. Yeah, he just signed the contract April 11th of this year for 8 years.
Okay.
So yeah, he was just recently traded. But again, I don't think he wanted to be with Calgary, and Calgary was like, dude, like, we'll like some, we'll get a first round pick for you, and they did.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised to not see them try a little harder to keep him. I mean, because I don't think in the NHL
they wanted to
work out as much as you don't think they wanted to.
No, I think they wanted to keep him. They were like, but I don't think I think he was kind of like, I don't know if I want to stay. Because they're going through a retool. He's only gonna have so many opportunities at a cup. It's like he's either gonna do the Huberdeau treatment where he gets a shit ton of money, or you go and try and win someplace. And you're going to Vegas, which is a tax-free state. So you either pay. So he's getting 7.3 a year, I think it is. Let me see, 7.3 a year, or you can go to Calgary where the taxes are way higher. And you're gonna be paying. You're gonna be like, yeah, I need $9 million then. Like,
and life is miserable because it's Calgary. That's
it's in the middle of nowhere, right? So, I don't know.
Really pretty up there.
Yeah, you got the Stampede in 2 weeks every out of the year. So
yeah, it's true.
I'd love to play in Calgary, dude.
Well, yeah, you'd like to play anywhere. I'll play fucking Columbus, dude. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, R.I.P. Johnny. R.I.P. Johnny. We're good. Yeah. No. I mean, dude, I could talk shit about Columbus, dude. They have so many good prospects, dude.
We got way off though. I'll tell you that.
I know, dude.
Where were we? I don't even remember.
We were talking about. I don't know.
Yeah. Is this too dark? What happens to that guy's contract?
So
what happened?
So
that's a good question.
Is he still hitting the cap space?
No, he's not.
No, okay.
No.
I'm sorry.
So that is something that I actually was going to cover. So crazy enough, it'd be wild. Columbus has $20 million in cap space right now because of his like $8 million cap or $8 or $9 million that's not being counted. So like they could just like be like, yeah, well we'll be part of every three-way deal. Like just like give us a draft picks. Which
three-way sounds good.
Yeah. Jay's like, I can dream, man. So
if a man could dream,
right?
Could dream.
No, but no. So his $9 million is not being hit on there. So he's
okay.
So yeah, they're good, and I think the insurance. So you have a big contracts like that, like you have them insured in case of injury.
Nice refund.
Yeah, injury or death. Yeah, so they'll pay out a certain percentage of it.
Can you imagine if the NHL said nope, that still counts towards your cap hit?
That would be crazy.
Riots, dude.
Dude, that'd be insane. Such a dick thing, dude.
That'd be so crazy.
Well, did you guys see what about Leonard? But dude, this is so off topic, but it's still hockey related, so I'm gonna count it. We're just talking about hockey news. We were gonna talk Red Wings. You know what happened with Ryan Johansson in the Flyers? Basically, Flyers are like, hey, go get this surgery, like get it this time because it'll be good.
Oh yeah.
And then Ryan Johansson's like, I think I'm gonna try and like I'm good, like, and then like at like the worst possible time, he's like, I'm gonna go get the surgery, and did it like without their doctors and everything. And it was kind of like an Eichel thing where he didn't kind of advise him. I'm like, they're like, dude, we're paying you like $8 million a year. Like, you need to like listen to us. Like it was like one of those where he wasn't. And so they like, well, you didn't listen to us. Terminate the contract. And now they're like the NHLPA Players Association was like, you can't do that. He has a contract. It's guaranteed. And basically they're actually going to settle out of contract. And also like Leonard was the same thing where like, hey, you need to pay this. It's going to hit your cap space. He didn't report to his physical, which is illegal. If you want to get paid.
What is that?
Is that you, Ty?
No.
That was weird.
That was weird.
That was weird.
I'm not even watching anything.
I was blaming Tyler, dude.
I have a lamp on.
But anyways, so it just Vegas doing cap shenanigans stuff. It's just frustrating because so now they're like, well, we don't have to count Leonard anymore either. I'm like, no, you do because like you paid him. It's just so. I'm sorry, I don't have enough clarification on it. So
no, that makes sense.
So,
I feel like Vegas does that almost every year, past 2 or 3 years, right?
Yeah, well, they're Bettman's sweetheart, dude. Bettman's like, I think we're gonna have Vegas a team, and they win in 6 years. They win within 6 years. You're like, dude, you serious, dude? Like that is the dream. I mean, look at what who hasn't won a cup? Like Winnipeg, San Jose, Ottawa in the modern era. They won back one, but when they were a team back in the 20s, they won, but I don't count that. And then you have like Winnipeg's never won. Like, Seattle's new, but there's like a lot of teams. Vancouver's never won a cup. They only won the conference final or Stanley Cup finals, I think, once, and they lost to Boston. So
yeah, those are crazy finals too.
Nashville's never won. They've been around since '98.
Yeah, they've only been once the Stanley Cup finals too. So it's just wild. So all right, we're going back to let's weave back to Red Wings real quick, just because we're talking about contracts. So Ville Husso got waived, which is kind of wild to me. So Ville Husso making $4.75 million for one more year, got waived, and to me, yeah, I'm hearing the clicking. You hear it? It may be James.
What?
The clicks on your end.
It clicks like on mine.
Yeah, it's fucking Jimmy, dude.
Yeah, it was one of the plus four.
we're gonna, I can't hear it right now, but it was I hit you for a second, dude. So
it wasn't me, you dick.
You can't hear your own clicks, dude. It's not that works.
Dude. So when that click happened, I heard it though.
Oh, all right.
So it's not me.
Well, I heard it, so it's not me. By your logic, yeah.
That's fair.
Maybe it's this guy right there.
This guy, dude. Listen, you're a mic stand, all right, dude. No.
Feel like I've reached through the fucking screen.
Hey, Brad,
do one of those where it's like.
Take it easy with that BBC there, Brad.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, anyways, Husso got waived, and that was really interesting because they had basically, and the reason they did this is because Red Wings, Petrie was injured, and so was Christian Fischer. So they had no cap space to actually bring up someone. So they're like, okay, well, if we put them on IR, then they have to miss games. When you have long-term injury reserve, so LTIR. Mark Stone, very familiar with it. Kucherov, same thing. He did the whole year out. Speaking of timing surgeries as well, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then but if you put them on IR or long-term injury reserve, they have to miss a certain amount of games. And so they're like, you guys are banged up, but they're not like so much that we want them out for like multiple games. So they had to waive someone, and they're like, okay, who can we waive that's not going to get claimed? We saw one of those early in the year. Justin Hall got waived. No one claimed him because he wasn't performing. And then same with Husso. They had a terrible first game, letting 4 goals in on the Pittsburgh game for the season, or for the first game of the season. Waive him. No one picks him up, which is great because it's not great. Actually, if anyone picked him up, that would have been great for them to take his contract. But again, Again, another person who only has 1 year left, by the way. Dude, I'm scatterbrained when it comes to this. I can talk about all I do. I'm like, we're still in the retool. We're still in the rebuild. Anyways, so no one picked him up, and so they were able to say, okay, no one picked. The reason to use waivers, you say, hey, this guy has an NHL contract. Does any team want to keep him in the NHL to continue for him to have an NHL job? No one did. So they say, okay, well, the cap hit is he can be sent down. And he was on paper. He was sent down. He didn't drive to Grand Rapids. He's on paper. I don't think he's driven down to Grand Rapids yet, but he's sent down on paper. They bring up Austin Watson, and so now I imagine after this game, if Petrie or Fisher's ready to go, they'll send Watson back. So kind of varies.
I mean, bye. I don't think he's going to do anything for the Wings. It's so frustrating, dude. It's like, for me, I think there's two things that teams need in order to get themselves in a position to be in a playoff hunt or have a good playoff run. It's, you need at least a couple 80-point plus players, and you need to invest in goaltending. The Wings don't have either. I mean, it's frustrating. They bring in a 30. How old Cam Talbot? 35.
37.
37. Okay. Cam Talbot is 37. Isn't Lyon like 33? And then Billy Husso is going to be 30.
Lyon's 31. Talbot's 37. Husso's 29.
Yeah. I mean, I whether you have to trade, you give up some draft capital, you need to invest in goaltending. And even if it's like in Winnipeg where you pay Connor Hellebuyck and he has Vezina Trophy seasons but doesn't do shit in the playoffs, they have a chance in the playoffs. They're investing in the regular season in the goaltending, and that can propel you in the playoffs. They haven't done that. They're bringing in a almost 38-year-old Cam Talbot.
They're still in a rebuild.
They've been in a rebuild for 10 years, dude.
Dude, but to me, the rebuild really didn't start until Eisman got here. That's
7 years,
5 years. This is his 6th year, yeah. So, but like, why are you gonna go try?
He's still doing the same shit.
Dude, what are you gonna do? Trade for? I mean, I guess you could do like a Saros, like before he signed his contract, right?
Yeah.
Like, that would have been sick. I would love that, by the way. Or pay Shesterkin the 12.5 that he's looking for. James, would you pay Tyler's eyes? And that's
1,000%, dude.
I hear
the guy's a Vezina Trophy. He's a Vezina Trophy winning goaltender, and even though he doesn't have one yet, he's a Stanley
He doesn't
Cup
put any pucks
caliber.
in the net. He's not worth 12.5. Fuck off. That's a hot take, dude. No, fuck you, dude.
It's the most important position in hockey.
Most important position in hockey, absolutely, dude.
Most important position in hockey. You don't want to pay him?
Dude,
I can win 7-6, dude. Fuck you. Firepower. Firepower. No, because I got lit up for what I said about Edmonton before. So,
dude.
What did you say about Edmonton?
That Draisaitl is not worth $14 million a year. That's a complete fucking joke.
You should have gotten beat the shit out of.
No, that was garbage.
Dude.
Absolute, dude. The slowest dude on the ice just gets to fucking rain bombs by standing around, dude.
So does Ovechkin.
Do you understand that if Connor McDavid isn't in the league, he might be the best player in the league?
Yeah.
And he's been like that for the past 5-6 years.
It's Draisaitl
because if he doesn't have McDavid feeding him, he ain't the same fucking player.
They're not playing the same line.
Chance.
They're not on the same line.
Jason,
power play points. That's where they get them all from. They're terrible 5-on-5.
So I watched a little bit of your. I don't know if it was. I think it was the first episode where you said, "I'd rather have the goals over the assists." Did you say that, or did Brad say that? I think it was you.
Yeah, it may be because I think I was talking a little bit about Marner. That's why, because Marner's like a pass guy. So
I don't think it was. No, it
was McDavid. Because McDavid was doing a bunch of the assists, and then just one year.
I don't think it was about any of that. I think you guys were just kind of riffing. But I heard it.
Welcome to the pod.
And let me tell you, You don't get those goals without the assist, brother. How many more assists does Wayne Gretzky have than goals? A lot.
Dude.
A lot, dude.
Yeah. Dude.
Connor McDavid is the best player in the league, and he year in and year out has almost double the amount of assists that he does goals.
Last year he had 40 goals and 100 assists, like somewhere around there.
I mean,
how do you have 100 assists? Kucherov has the same thing.
I was saying Draisaitl's overpaid. I didn't say he does not get those points without the assist. That's what I said. Without McDavid, you guys were proving me right.
Okay.
He doesn't play in the same line as McDavid, bud.
Dude, okay, so Draisaitl made like $8 million, like around $8 million for the last 8 years, which is a steal for the Oilers for the last, like when he first signed that contract, they were like, oh man, like he's really overpaid, and then suddenly he started putting up like 100 points for like 6 seasons. So this is basically, in my opinion, back pay, where they're like, hey, dude, like you hooked us up for a long time. We're gonna make sure you're paid well, and that's where I see it as. And the cap is going up. It's gonna be going up, so you have to consider that. Like, hey, like this is gonna feel like a lot. And I agree. Like when I see someone gets like $9 million, I'm like, you're $9 million, dude. Like, no, like you're not worth that. But like we're still in like, hey, cap hasn't really gone up for 4 years, and now it's officially gone up. There's talks in the NHL that in 2 years the cap can be 100 million, which right now it's 88 or 86.
Wow.
Like, so let's see, 80 around a little under 87 right now. But yeah, in 2 years you can be adding $13 million of the cap. That is almost a Leon Draisaitl for every team. Like, so
there's not enough caliber of player to demand that money. I'll say that.
Yeah. Sorry, Leon made 8.5. So for last sorry,
just Jay.
I was listening to what you said.
It's really not that much.
Okay. Hey Jay, what do you do with your $13 million?
not giving it to other people. What do you mean?
Yeah. What am I gonna live in Canada?
Yeah, right. Edmonton? No.
Fucking dude.
Great place to play. Terrible place to live.
Dude.
Do you see what I'm saying though? Like Edmonton may not have won the cup. They got to the finals, but they had Draisaitl, Hyman, McDavid, even Bouchard, right?
Dude.
Florida, Reinhart, Kachuk, Barkov.
Fuck Hyman, by the way.
Even the Leafs, Marner, Matthews, those guys are putting up 90 points. All these good Boston, especially in the East, all the teams that Detroit has to play every single year, they all have the two things. And Boston just now invested in their goaltending future,
Locked
right?
up Swayman, yeah.
They have two or in most cases more players putting up 90 points, and it's a goaltending. Look at the Rangers, dude. Shesterkin is one of the best goalies in the league, if not the best. And you got Kreider, who is putting up big points. You got Zibanejad. Trocheck can do it, dude. You got Panarin. All those teams have a chance to win the cup every year because they have those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just frustrating to see year in and out, however short the rebuild has been, that it just doesn't seem like we make an effort to even. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Patrick Kane signing is a big signing. The Brinkett trade or signing is a big signing. But the Wings have Kane, Larkin, DeBrincat, and then nobody else. You see it when you watch the games. That line looks like a top line in the league, and then they put Raymond with Kopp or Mott or Christian fucking Fisher. They're placeholders, dude. I mean, go out, make a trade, make a huge free agent signing. Stevie needs to get out of this cheap ass mindset and take a risk, dude, because we're gonna be in the same gray area.
Yeah.
Until he does.
Well, it's because they had no draft luck. Let's be honest. They should have gotten a first, second, or third overall pick. The highest they got was 4th. They should have gotten it. Like, mind you, in 2020, Rangers were in the play-in round. They finished 16th, and they went from 16th in the standings to 1st in the draft. That's how they got Alexei Lafreniere, which is And the Red Wings had like one of the worst seasons in their history at that time. It was so like that's where you had like, so Stevie's working with him that hey, they got shit draft luck. Of the last 10 years, last like 25 years, an athletic article came out that Eisman had, or the Red Wings have had the worst draft luck given position. It was showing that them, and because like look at Buffalo. Buffalo had Darlene, first overall pick, Power, first overall pick, right? Edmonton had 3 or 4 first overall picks. Like New Jersey got 2 first overall picks, like in Jack Hughes and Heischer. Like Red Wings, the highest they've gotten was 4th, and they got lucky with Sider at 6, who arguably would go second to Jack Hughes in the draft. Like so you're looking at like, yes, but I also agree. Like he needs to go out and do something. Do you know who the 2 players who are UFAs and stuff are up next year? Rantanen and Marner, and I say, fucking pay them. Like I think you pay Marner $13 million a year for 7 years. You can't get the 8 year.
Yo, Brad, mute Jimbo real quick.
Yeah, James, you.
There you go. He might be back. It might be good. It does that sometimes, and yeah.
The cackle.
Come back.
I'm not even.
I'm just calling it what it is. You're good.
Just mute him for a minute next time.
It's off now. But yeah,
I don't really think it's your fault. It's just happening.
No, it's not.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude.
Jay pulls his pants down, tries to take a dump on James.
Oh man, so
yeah,
you Marner 13.
Well, because mind you, like
13.
because you can't get him for the 8th year unless you trade for him. So right, so you had to think about
would you rather pay Marner or Rantanen? Which one would you rather have?
Rantanen. He puts up goals.
Yeah.
But this is where we're like, I think Toronto re-signs Martin. Yeah, dude. Do you know how often I say don't?
Yeah, dude. And he throws his body. The dude's a mule.
Yeah. So no.
Well, his nickname is literally the Moose.
Yeah. So
he's a big boy. I didn't realize he was so big until like their cup run. He's like 6'4". Dude,
he's huge.
You got stats on him, Brad?
That's I'm pulling him up right now. So, but, I would absolutely rather have Rantanen.
Yeah, me too. Oh, you know what? Side note, what's gonna happen with Landeskog, dude? Is he coming back or what?
I don't think he's coming back. Dude, they have so many.
What happened?
I think it was like I think it was like back or legs or something like that.
Same area.
Close enough.
Yeah, right. Yeah, close enough. 6'4", 215. Dude, that's like same as me.
Christ, dude. That's a linebacker. Yeah. That's a fucking linebacker, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's so stupid. So
with hands.
Yeah, with hands. So like no.
Why is the camera flipped like this, dude? I keep trying to point it. It's me. I'm a jackass.
Go to your settings. You can hit mirror. Go in there, hit mirror. So mind you, so just to show you, in the last 5 years, since 2020, Rantanen's been a point per game player with 104 points last year, 105 points the year before, 92, 66, and 52.
Sorry, Red. Sorry, I know what you're trying to be.
So basically, in every year that he's on the team full time, besides 2 years in the last 9 years, he's been a point per game player. So, but mind you, Marner's had like 99 points last year. He is
Marner's a pussy though.
Sorry, I had to mute you. Try to get go ahead.
Marner's a pussy.
He doesn't need to play with an edge, dude. He's not that type of player, I don't think.
Yes, that's why I'd rather have Rantanen. For the topic of conversation, Jimbo.
But I think maybe a change of scenery for Marner would be good because, dude, can you imagine playing in fucking Toronto with those expectations every single year? Dude,
I'll be honest. I'm okay. I don't mind the attention. Like I'd be like, well, yeah, we shit the bed. Like
you whore, Brad.
Dude, absolutely,
you little whore.
Dude, I can. Pay me, dude. Honestly, sign me a contract. I'll take a league min. Put me on LTIR. I'm good, dude. Like, dude, whatever you got to do, I'll take it, dude.
Yeah.
So utilize the cap. Call me Mark Stone, buddy. Just let me I'll help you out.
That's a pretty good debate question there. Would you pay Marner or Rantanen? I think there's a lot of people that would pay Marner.
So
I don't disagree. I think there is a lot of people that would pay him.
So I think I'll be honest. I think Toronto, because it's Toronto. So Marner's making like 10.5 right now. So let's talk right now. So Rantanen was on a contract for 6 years at $9.25 million. So, and that's up this year. So what are you paying Rantanen? And it is the same and or different than you were paying Marner. Because if Jay wouldn't pay Draisaitl 14, what's he going to pay Rantanen? Jay?
11.5.
Okay. I don't know if he takes it. He might.
I mean, I think that I don't think it's lowballing. I think it's a solid, fair offer. I'm not going above right. I'm not giving him anything more or anything less.
I think
11.5 is like.
I think that if you look at, I think they have pretty similar production numbers as far as points go, and Rantanen has a cup. I think that Rantanen's going to want 13 if Draisaitl's getting 14. But I don't think 11's unfair. I think 12 would probably be a good number, but I'd see him wanting 13. Or maybe just as much.
11.5 to be on a good team, though, is also worth it. You know what I mean? It depends on where you're going to go, where you sign, right?
If it's me, dude, I'll give me $1 million, bro. I'll go.
Talk, dude.
That's right. Yeah, right.
But I agree with you. To go on a team is good that you can make a run with. Yeah, I'll take less money all day.
Say Florida calls and they go, "We got 11.5 for you for 4 years."
So just to let you know, Marner's got 20 more points than Rantanen, and Marner's only played 7 more games. So Rantanen,
that about evens out with how much McKinnon and them produce.
But Rantanen has 265 goals. Marner has about 200. So he's been up 20%.
Okay, how many assists does Marner get each year?
James, let's be honest. Goals are worth more than assists. Assists are important, but what
you don't get the goals. You don't in most cases. You don't get the goals without the assists.
James, would you rather have a guy who puts up 100 goals or 100 assists?
If you're getting one with you're getting one with the other, dude.
100 goals. You there's a reason Matthews, huh?
100%. I would take either one.
Dude, yeah, you're gonna pay the guy. Look, the guy who gets 100 goals, you're gonna pay like 20% more than the guy you're gonna pay who gets 100 assists. 100, it's just because hockey should be renamed goals, because that's how you win. It's who gets the most goals, and you need guys who can finish. Red Wings are looking for a guy who can finish, right? You have guys that can pass. You have a Raymond. You have a Kane, right? Larkin can shoot, but he's not considered a goal scorer. You get a consistent goal scorer, which Red Wings somehow can't find right now.
What would you categorize Larkin as?
Larkin's a 2A 1C. 2A 1C. Yeah.
Is he a playmaker? Is he a goal scorer? Is he because he's right on the line of being a goal scorer, but he hasn't done it for long enough.
So
and I don't know how many assists did he have.
He had 69,
30, 40.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I'll pull him up real quick. I think Larkin is at this point now pretty much perennial point per game player, because he's been sitting around there for the last couple of years. Last year, let me pull up his stats. He had 69 points in 68 games, and then the year before that, 79 points in 80 games, 69 and 71, all point per games, right? Since the Red Wings started to come out of the rebuild, and so I think he's a point per game player. It's not really a question. I think eventually Larkin actually hits. I think he'll be probably closer to a 40-40 or a 40-50 guy. So 40 goals, 50 assists. But I think he's going to lean more on assists, though. And I think Raymond can also hit. I think Raymond and Larkin both hit 100 points at one point. I think it's like 3 years. Because 3 years, mind you, you're gonna have like think about the guys you're gonna have. You're like, and Larkin will just have been like just turned 30, so he's like he's still in his prime at that point, right before the downfall starts happening as he gets older, right?
Right.
But like Larkin's a smart player. The problem is Larkin is one of his valuables is his speed, and he has some pretty good hockey sense, but his speed is so highly valued, and that's like an asset that's gonna go down really quick, right? And so
you know what I was actually thinking is he is comparable perfectly to Chris Kreider, dude. They're basically the same player. Chris Kreider just plays with a bunch of all-stars. Chris Kreider had 52 years ago, he had like 53 goals. Last year he had, I think, over 40. Larkin could do that on a team like that.
I mean, I think he could, but again, you need to surround him by the horses to be able to do that. Like you don't have a Panarin,
which Yzerman needs to do, dude.
You also need a top 5 power play like New York had, where Kreider's just tipping in 20 on the power play.
Well, our power play is pretty damn good. It was good last year.
It was ninth. Yeah, it was ninth last year.
I think
Kreider's.
I don't think they have a power play goal tonight.
Kreider on since 2020 has scored more goals than assists. He's got like 20 goals, 52 goals, 36 goals, 39 goals. But he's also always under a point per game. So he had like 75 and 82. 54 and 79. Even the year that he scored 52 goals, he had 77 points in 81 games. So he's still under a point per game, close, but like I would say he's less of a Kreider. I think he's more of Larkin's so unique because he still gets a little physical. He's a good two-way guy. He's really like how do they call him? I forget. There's guys talk about they're like the even numbers. Like he's really good about the even numbers. Where it's like 32 goals, 34 assists. Really consistent in that sense. So
would you rather have Kreider or Larkin?
Rather have goals.
No, I just Kreider the player. I'm gonna lose that battle.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I think I'd rather have Larkin. Because I prefer two-way play. I prefer guys who can do it all. Because Larkin plays the penalty kill too.
Well,
Is he on?
So does Kreider. I think Kreider
1 or 2 or PK 2 or 1.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he's got quite a few shorthanded goals throughout his career.
Yeah, I think he might too. I mean, they pay him to be a guy. So I look up line combinations look like. Dude, it's funny. Like I never look up PP or Kreider's on power play 1. He's on penalty kill 1. So yeah, so I guess Kreider, especially because he's making less too. I don't know. I like the speed. I don't know. I mean, I'm also like I love Larkin. You know, like
I love Larkin. He's a hometown kid. Like he's been with Detroit for a long time.
Yeah.
But like, give me Chris Kreider every day. I think Chris Kreider's faster. And maybe it's just because he's on.
He's way bigger. He's bigger.
He's bigger. Yeah. And I just don't think that Larkin is ever going to get to 100 points like you're saying. I don't know.
I think he's finally getting a supporting cast. I think it can happen.
Slowly but surely. I mean, like I said earlier, like the Kane signing is great because he's still got it 100%.
Yeah, right.
But I mean,
Tarasenko's not a bad signing either because he played with Kane before.
Dude, for a cup of coffee in New York, dude.
Doesn't matter.
He's a shadow of himself. I mean, he can still shoot a little bit, but he's just nowhere near what he was on St. Louis.
Yeah, I'm not. We're not buying 2019 Tarasenko either, though.
Yeah, you're paying him like 4.5,
4.75. Yeah, that's
my gut said 4.75 too. Dang it. Slipping.
Yeah, that's on a bad contract, but I think they need to go out and get someone because from that first line, like I said, the first line looks like the best line in hockey, and then it just drops off.
Yeah, well, again, you need to get a star. I think you go for Marner or Rantanen. I think so. This is the hot take. I think they should trade for Marner because I think the change of scenery will be good. But
what do you trade?
What do you
trade for? Yeah.
Well, I think they don't trade him at the trade deadline. I think they get him in the summer. So which is going to make him cheaper. I think you're sending a first round pick and like Probably. I mean, I think he'd probably be like a B-level prospect because the thing is, you're not getting them. You have to sign him to a contract, right? So you either like, if Toronto doesn't sign him, like Gensel, like Lightning traded a 3rd-round pick for Gensel to give you an idea, just to be able to have his rights. So you're really just trading for the rights to be able to sign him. So even a 1st-round pick may be a little bit high about Yzerman because if you can trade for his rights, doesn't mean you're going to sign him. So and Yzerman would be like, hey, listen, I will give you the 1st-round pick if he signs. Like, we have to start having conversations.
Yeah, it's conditional on the part of the contract.
Yeah. So I think they. Yeah, you probably around a 1st-round pick. I mean, it's probably.
But I mean, if say we wait, we don't do anything at the trade deadline. Say we wait, and he puts up over 100 points. He's going to want more.
He will.
So why not? Why his value is going to be more? So they're going to want more in a trade. Why not just get him at the deadline before that?
Because he hasn't no trade clause, so he gets to decide whether he wants to be traded or not.
Yeah, but he could. Now, are they allowed to talk to him about that?
The team can. Oh yeah, you can ask him to waive it, but it doesn't mean they will.
No. Like, could Yzerman talk to him about that, or is that tampering?
If Brad Treatliv in the GM lets him,
which he fucking would never do that.
Yep.
Unless Marner was like
came into his office and said, I'm fucking out of here.
Requested a trade, but he loves playing with Toronto. He's a Toronto kid, dude. He loves playing with Toronto. Like,
I mean, I was thinking about it earlier too. Like, I wouldn't want to leave Detroit, dude. I grew up going to games in Joe Louis, dreaming to play in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals at Joe Louis, dude. Like, I wouldn't leave.
I will say, I'm looking at the UFAs for the next year. It's Rantanen, Marner, Brock Besser, which would be really cool. He put up 40 last year. Brad Marchand, Nikolai Ehlers, Jonathan Drouin, but he's kind of he can be like a hitter. Ironically, Jonathan Drouin, dude, it's so funny. Yzerman drafted him in Tampa Bay and then traded Drouin for Sergachev. And then imagine he's like, I'm gonna sign you in Detroit.
What did you say about Besser?
He's up. He's up. His contract is up. He put up 40 goals last year.
I don't think they try and get him either.
27 years old. He's a scorer. He's a shooter.
That's kind of like Hannafin, dude. He's too old. Right?
No,
27.
No. Okay. When I say he's too old for Calgary's plans. Calgary is going into a retool rebuild, which means they have 3 to 5 years where they're going to be shit, similar to what St. Louis is doing, where they're trying to acquire younger players who are going to be here long term. If you sign Noah Hanifin, who's 27, and suddenly after 4 years, you're like, okay, now we're finally coming out of this retool. He's 31. Not saying he's a bad player, but he's now on the tail end when you could have taken that 1st-round pick. And now that 1st-round pick, that kid you drafted is now 22 years old. He's on your 2nd line, or
dude,
it's a long-term plan.
I'm interested to see what the stats are and like how often hockey 1st-round picks work out.
They say I forget the stat, but it's
I saw a pretty cool bar chart of that once.
We all know Crosby and
it's you, Jimmy. All right, try again, buddy. Go ahead.
That's good.
Try again.
Play ball.
Talk, James. You can't hear anything? Jesus.
We can't hear you either.
I bet you they're dying. I wonder if his headphones are dying. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear? You can't hear nothing.
Try.
Are they dead? Are they dead?
Are they?
Dude, I'm so glad that I don't record. I don't edit things because it's gonna turn out really good.
Yeah, a couple hiccups here tonight, Brad. Sorry about all that.
Talk, James. Oh, you're on mute. One second.
I mute him.
I know your mic isn't. It says your mic isn't connected right now. Can't unmute your guest. Your mic isn't connected. Here.
What were you?
Say again.
What were you guys saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking shit earlier.
Yeah. Are your headphones dead?
No, they weren't.
Oh.
We can hear you now. We can hear you though.
Yeah, he doesn't sound bad.
Yeah. So Dauber Prospects has a thing. If you're picked in the first round, you have a 74% chance of making the playoff or making the NHL. So actually,
sorry, what was the percentage that first round picks work out?
70. If you're drafted in the first round, there's a 74% chance you'll play one game in the NHL.
Oh wow.
Oh
yeah. So
that's not great. So one game. I thought he was going to say like a year to 3, or like one game.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that good.
So here is actually one game.
So it's funny. Like I'm like this with all the sports I watch. Like, whenever we get fucked in the lottery, which I get, it's nice to have the first pick in the draft, but like everybody gets so bent out of shape about draft picks. Dude, they don't all work out like that. A lot of good teams are made by trades and free agency signings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And development camps. If you have a good development camp.
If you need to give a couple first round picks away for an all-star at a deadline, do it, dude.
Yeah, that's fair. I just wanted to show you real quick. This is the chart that came out with the you can see first round players. There's a 37.3% chance that I'm trying to make this a little bit better. I zoomed in. But yeah, 37.3% chance that an NHL player drafted in the first round will play up 100 games. So you're getting a guy in the first round. You only have like a third of a chance that he'll play 100 games with your team. So
yeah, that's.
But and they say that like after the top 3, it's a huge drop off of whether they're going to be a star, right? So, I mean, James, I don't disagree, which is why like you take a chance on a guy like a DeBrincat, right? Like you or something like that. Like I agree. But then then I see like Red Wings draft someone like Axel Sandin Pellikka, 17th overall, and he's killing it in the SHL. He looks like an Erik Karlsson, which is sign me the fuck up. Erik Karlsson's my favorite player outside the Wings. So
but I mean, just because the NHL is way different. I mean, you see it all the time, dude. You see it all the time. Look at Shane Wright. I mean, dude, I know he's super young and it's his second season, but I mean, I don't see Bedard being a McDavid type player, or I mean, just because they're Tyler
and I look at you two like you guys are crazy. What you things you guys say?
He's good, dude. I was watching him the other night. He's fucking good. I don't know.
That's why
maybe not a McDavid type player. Like McDavid's pretty crazy, obviously.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a franchise. He's gonna be a generational player.
Dude, clip this, James, say it one more time and say it right to the camera, all right? All right. Bedard's a wash. I got it. Okay. Sorry. What'd you say?
I'm gonna say it.
Yes, go ahead.
How should I word it? I don't think Bedard is going to be as good as the world has made him seem like he's going to be.
I agree with James.
That's
what the hype was pretty.
The hype was, and it's almost impossible to live up to that hype.
Of course.
Dude, the kid's how old is he? Is he 18?
19 this year.
Just turned 19.
Yeah. He's been. I mean, especially with social media and shit now, he's got so much pressure on him.
Yeah, but I think he seems like a pretty calm dude. Like he's surprisingly, I would say.
For now. I think for now.
Sure,
he's been told he's going to the show since he was fucking 12. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
12.
Just
you can say fuck. We're outside the 5 minute. We're good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We're outside.
Yeah.
Since he's like 12, so I feel like he was like probably the captain of every team, a lot of weight on his shoulders all the way up too.
They've done about him
obviously,
since...
like James was saying, the NHL is completely different, and he's a child.
Yeah.
But still.
In 2023 in the WHL, he played 57 games, 71 goals, 72 assists for 143 points in 57 games.
That was a 3-point-a-game player.
Oh, practically, dude. Yeah, dude. It's so stupid,
dude. But how many times do we see it, dude? Like, Nail Yakupov was supposed to be this insane player. He was out of the league in 5 years. Even Taylor Hall, dude, he didn't hit his stride until like 10 years in the season. I
mean, Taylor Hall won the Calder as well, though.
Yeah, he won the Calder and then he won the MVP with like 97 points.
Yeah, that was
10 years later or whatever.
So did Jamie Benn, though. Did Jamie Benn?
With 87 points.
Yeah, that was
Jamie Benn did with 87 points. What a fucking joke.
Mind you, Bedard had 61 points in 68 games. That's pretty fucking good for a rook, dude.
Yeah.
Also, that's all they had. He's the only one who's putting anything up.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
They were saying Lafreniere before he got drafted. He was the best prospect since Sidney Crosby. And, taking him a little bit, I think he's going to be good, though. He's going to be good.
Oh, see, I disagree. I think he's going to have like a Mantha type thing. Like a little bit better than Mantha, but not yeah.
Another hot take. Damn.
Yeah, let's go. Dude, the draft is going to go like this. It's going to go Stützle, Raymond, Byfield, Lafreniere. I'll bet money on that. That's how the quality is going to come out. Lafreniere will be okay. Mantha's a little harsh, but Mantha had that high.
You're putting Stützle at number 1 on that list.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He had in his first or second season, he had 93 points.
Kid's a dog,
dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Kid's a dog.
Yeah, he's so dirty, dude. I'm telling you, dude. So actually,
it sucks that he plays in Ottawa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally,
I watched him score a hat trick on us, no problem. When they whooped us back-to-back games, 8-0.
Oh yeah,
let's look up Timmy Stutes.
He had like 5 or 6 points in 2 games.
Yeah, so it was his third year. He had in 78 games, 90 points. Jeez. Even last year on a down year, 70 points in 75 games, and he's 22.
I'm sorry, I just can't get past the fact that you think that Mantha or Lafreniere is going to be an Anthony Mantha. That's absolutely and utterly insane, dude.
I'll stick by it just because I want to piss you off.
That's other than my Bedard take.
You were kind of floppy on your Bedard take. You were like, I just don't think he'll be that as good as people say he is.
I don't think he will.
Well,
I think he's going to be a 70-point-a-year guy.
Lafreniere?
No, Bedard. 70 to 80-point-a-year guy.
Girl, you are.
What did he hit in his first season, Brad?
61 points in 68 games.
I mean,
dude, he's like.
What are you talking about here?
Dude.
I think he'll stay right there.
Dude, you are.
Yeah. Crazy. It happens from time to time, dude. People peak once and that's it.
That's not a bad player. That's not bad at all. He could have that. He could have that many points and win Stanley Cups on teams. But I don't think he's going to be Kucherov numbers. I don't think he's going to be,
Kucherov is an anomaly, right? Like I think Bedard's a 100 point guy year in, at least year in and year out.
He could be.
Because and especially with the cast that they're surrounding him, because Chicago's been so bad for so long, they get like Philip Kurashev and you have Lushanov, who they just drafted, and who's at Michigan State, who looks like a dynamo, second overall. I
could see Bedard being a point per game player perennially, but like 95 to 100 is fucking insane.
Yeah,
to be every year. I don't know. He won't. No.
Yeah.
Point per game, sure. Not 95 to 100 every year.
I'll give him point per game, but I don't know. I don't know. I could be dead wrong though. This could be the worst take that anyone's ever said, but I don't know.
It's not a bad angle, though. It's not a bad angle.
I made a few.
Like I obviously didn't watch him a lot in his junior days. You know, we've all seen the highlights and stuff. And, you know, watching him last year, I know he got hurt and everything, but he just doesn't look as explosive as I thought he was. And in this game, it's about speed. He doesn't look like he's got the speed to be a 100-point player. He's got the shot. He's got the Ovechkin shot. You know, maybe he does that stuff.
Release is crazy.
Oh, it's unbelievable. But I think that's what he's got going for him as far as points goes.
So there was 9 guys with over 100 points last year, and there was 11 with 96 or more. I think Bedard will be a top 10 player in the league.
Hot take.
He could be.
That's a good one.
I don't think it's a hot.
That's not hot, dude.
I don't think it's a hot take.
No, dude.
Are 100-point seasons becoming more common or less common?
Yeah,
A lot more
the year
common?
not this past year, the year before, I think we had like 15.
I think
Okay.
once McDavid started putting up those numbers is when everybody kind of started up in their game. I mean, Kucherov did it, McDavid did it, and then Draisaitl did it, and then you got Tkachuk doing it, you had Huberdeau do it, and then right after Huberdeau had that 108-point season, dude, like 6 people took off the next year with McDavid.
Well, dude, Calgary had the Lindholm, Goudreau, Tkachuk line, and they all 3 of them had 100 points. Yeah.
What's crazy to me is like, Tkachuk does that in Calgary. How many years? 1 or 2 did he have 100 points? You think?
I can look it up.
But he does that in Calgary, and then immediately the next season on a new team, new environment, new organization, does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think he had 100 points. I think he was close. I think he was close.
I think he had like maybe 80 points last year. So it was a down year. But
So $9.5 million for an 80-point guy.
Oh yeah, dude, 100%. Dude, he had 100.
So,
like 100
so we're underpaying Larkin. Is what you're saying?
No.
I think Larkin will be a 90-point guy.
No, Larkin hasn't come close to putting up that production yet.
You're right. I'm starting shit. I apologize. Anyways,
but no, I see what you're saying, but what is the closest that Larkin has been to anything that Tkachuk's put up in his 10-year career? It was last year, and it was 79 points, was it?
69. I'm a Larkin homer. I'm a Larkin homer.
69.
But yeah. No, but so I was thinking going to Tkachuk. Tkachuk went up 104 points with Calgary, then goes to Florida, puts up 109 points.
Yeah. So
yeah,
crazy.
In 3 less games too.
And think about the type of player Tkachuk is. He's not as fast. He's probably not as skilled with the puck. 109 points. Now he does have some better some better options around him, so that helps. And I think if Larkin was in a place like Florida or in a place like New York, dude, I think he'd probably be a 100 point per year guy. But in Detroit, with how loyal he is, I don't think he's ever going to get it.
No. All right.
Also, if I'm Larkin, not only am I playing for my hometown, I'm playing for my hometown as the captain. I'm not fucking leaving, dude.
For Stevie Eyes.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear. Well, and I get so my thought on with the Red Wings is you're gonna be building like St. Louis did, where you have 6 20 goals. I think it's 6 or 8 20 goals. I'll have to look it up. But like where you're doing it by committee, you're gonna be a playoff team by committee. If you don't get the star like a Marner, like a Rantanen, that can really help you break out.
I think the days. I was thinking about this earlier. I think the days of grinders getting it through the playoff run are over, dude. I think they're over.
And what do you mean?
I think that you, like I was saying earlier, you need to have at least 2 guys putting up 80 plus points.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, you need at least 2 points. Yeah, I agree. And you need to go.
The Red Wings constantly, I think, every offseason, there's speculation about them getting the player, this player, that player, and they never land them. Instead, they land Jeff fucking Petrie.
Yeah.
Instead, they land Cam Talbot, who's 37 years old.
So
they don't. What are we doing? Every other team in the league, for the most part, is making splashes. Like there's no fucking way that Yzerman should have let Nashville get all three of the guys they got. No way. Brady Shea, Stamkos, and Marchessault. No fucking way. But here we are, dude.
They tried to get Stamkos. They did, but they didn't want to pay him 8 years. That's why they ended up going with Kane because they didn't want to give him the 4 years for the term.
Well, maybe also Stamkos just didn't want to be with Steve Yzerman again.
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
I could get that.
So I want to let you know. So James, just again, and I'm going to say, I know St. Louis is absolutely an anomaly here. The highest points player they had was Ryan O'Reilly with 77. Then it was Tarasenko with 68 and Braden Shen with 54. And then everyone else is 40 or under. But you had guys that were like putting up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys with 30 points or more. So you had it throughout the lineup. You're getting production, which is what you're going to need. You can't be have a fourth line that doesn't produce. Right? You just need, so that's kind of where even Barbashev only had 26 points in 80 games, on that team. So you have to consider that you can do it by committee, but I agree overall you should be. I mean, you have a better odds if you have a star. I mean, because they had a hot goaltender. I mean, let's be honest too. So
I just think it's crazy that Yzerman, I don't know he's just not changing with the times, man. These good teams that are competing every year, they have three solid lines, and their fourth line pretty good. They put up points. Like I've been saying, man, we have a line and then one guy, and then it drops off.
Yeah,
Christian Fischer. I mean, they work hard. I don't dislike them. I'm sick, and I know there's been teams with longer droughts than the Wings, but I'm sick of not watching the Wings in the playoffs.
No, I hear you. Well, and that's, I think, again, you look at Tampa; they're built through the draft, and I think this is what Yzerman's trying to do, is trying to build through the draft, and it just takes time. And mind you, when Yzerman came to Tampa, he Stamkos was already there. They had already gotten a first overall pick.
Yeah, but how often are you gonna? I don't think it happens that often where you hit so much with your draft picks. Like Braden Point, who saw him being a 100-point guy
in the third round, right? Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't happen that often, and every situation is different. The situation that Steve Yzerman got left by Ken Holland was different from what he inherited in Tampa. They had a superstar in Steven Stamkos already there, so he can build around that.
Yeah,
we don't have a superstar like that.
Well, when Yzerman came in, the cupboards were empty, man. You had Rasmussen 9th overall. You're like, what are we doing, guys?
And then I watch Rasmussen, and he looks like he skates in fucking quicksand. It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
you got Ben Sherratt who can skate, but he takes the laziest fucking penalties, dude.
Yeah.
Jeff Petrie, same thing. He panics in the defensive zone, penalty.
Yeah.
I think Edmondson's going to be good. He's big as shit, and he can move with the puck well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about Johansson. I heard about him 2 games ago.
Defensive defenseman, basically. He'll be basically Olimata, which is fine right now.
Olimata, and props to him for surviving his health battle. Let him go, dude. Let that money go. Go get someone, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, so mind you, if we look at the cap for next year, so they're going to be total. Let me see. They're going to have a ton more cap. So they're shedding $6 million off the defense, and they're shedding 8 million off the offense, right? So right there, you're looking at, like 14 million. Yeah, six and 8. So yeah, you're getting 14 million available to you to be able to do stuff. And Evanson will still be on his ELC. You have to re-sign Johansson, so you give him a mil. Like you'll have the space, and then you can move off of. You can like trade a Valeno. Like, don't need him, right?
Yeah.
He's a fourth.
Yeah, he's. I mean,
he's a late first round draft pick.
Yeah.
So he's a Holland pick. He was the same year. He's the same year as Berggren. So.
Two things over the summer that I was bummed about was how do you not at least sign Zadorov or Montour? How do you let Zadorov go to Boston? You're bitter.
You can't. Then you don't sign Ray or Sider. Then you got to choose between one of them.
Yeah, you sign your young guys because Montour, he's overpaid, 7x7. In my opinion.
Yeah, at 30 years old, 7x7 is stupid.
Yeah, and he's.
Have you guys seen him play defense? Bro, he's worth he's worth every penny of that contract.
No, he takes too many chances, dude.
No, like I said, I wouldn't. Let's see. Seattle signed him, and it was 7x7, right?
Yeah,
yeah, a little over. Yeah, it ended up being like 7-1. But like to me, I don't know. I think he was good. He was good, but like I wouldn't have spent the money on him because he had 73 points in 80 games in 22-23. He had 33 points in 66 games, so he was a half point per game player last year. So
yeah.
So you end up shelling out a guy. I mean, the problem is Eisman handicapped himself. He thought he was going to get a better player in Sherratt. He thought he was going to get a better player in Comp. Compher's kind of worth his price, but it's not.
Was Compher fresh off that cup from Colorado?
I believe so. I can look it up.
Yeah, I mean, I get what he's trying to do, but historically those players haven't been the type of player that Yzerman thought they were going to be. So what was he expecting? And bringing in Mott, I mean, my only thought is like that's the best player he could get for the money he was willing to pay and for who was out there. So
the free agent class wasn't that great this year.
Yeah.
I mean, like, let's be honest, like you're going to want it for this year. Like, but mind you, you know who else is going to have a bunch of cap space? Minnesota. They have that $14 million dead cap space going. It was $14 million this year. It's going to be down to $1 million next year. So you're free of $13 million. So we're going to be competing with someone like them who has one superstar in Kaprizov, but they're going to want like a Rantanen. They're going to want a Marner or something like that.
But they also have like, they have Boldy. They have Faber. Faber's going to be good. I mean, he's already been good last year.
I'm so jealous they have Faber. Faber is so sick.
Yeah, dude. He living his dream like Larkin, dude.
Yeah.
Growing up in Minnesota, playing for University of Minnesota, and now he's one of the young stars on the Wild. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
So cool.
I love that for him.
It's a bummer to never leave, though. You kind of stuck there because your career, though. You're like, Mom, I don't want more of a Sunday dinner. I'm trying to chill.
Yeah,
he's probably not in Minnesota like that often. Besides, I mean, they're always traveling. In the summers, I don't know. Do you think he goes and trains somewhere else, California, like a lot of guys do, Florida? Who knows?
Faber looks like he reads too much. Like, because he has his glasses all the time, like a nerd.
He had glasses. 4 years old.
Yeah, dude. He's such a nerd, dude. He's if you check him out, he just looks like what you like a kid that we would like make fun of in high school.
Oh, that guy's on the chess team. Yeah, that guy plays chess. He's a mean chess player.
Yeah, dude. He's like I was saying, like someone who resorts to physical violence usually isn't smart enough to be able to like say something clever enough back. Like this kid would say something like very clever, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking hit you, dude.
Yeah.
You're so fucking smart, dude. Like,
What'd you call me? What the fuck you call me?
yeah, right. I told a guy one time. He tried he was like, I was like, dude, I'm gonna fucking hit you. I was like, go ahead. That just shows you're not smart enough to like say something like clever enough to try and best me. I was like, if you hit me, you lose because it just shows you're dumb, and you have to resort to physical violence to be able to solve your issues. And he goes, and like you can see he wanted to hit me, and I'm like, go ahead.
How long did it take your nose to heal? Because I would have smoked you in your fucking teeth, dude.
Who's smart now?
I'll be walking away shaking my hand because it hurt, and you'd be bleeding out of your fucking nose.
So I was like, I fucking showed him, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty fucking smart thing to do, I thought.
yeah.
How smart's that mouth, dude? Fucking it.
Uh,
I was in college. I had more ego in college. So.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Dude, I was gonna say something that was really, really
Profound.
important, but it's gone.
Good.
and
What?
it's gone.
You're good. I'm just excited for the Hall redemption arc. I'm telling you, he's coming back, dude. Hall is going to be. I think he's not gonna earn his contract. I think he plays 60 plus games. I think Petrie goes down quick. I think Hall Edmondson is gonna be a good pair. Gustafson got scratched, dude, which is crazy. Second game in, they scratch him. Dude, again, another player they're just trying to fill. They could have had Shane Gostisbehere, but like we're gonna get Wish.com Shane Gostisbehere.
I was just gonna say that, dude.
Yeah,
Shane Gostisbehere held it down, man.
Dude,
he held it down back there.
He did. I thought he did a phenomenal job, but
I like him a lot.
But you know that he didn't want to be here because if he wanted to, he would have signed longer than 1 year. He had all year to sign longer, and I think he wanted too much money.
This is going to be a hot take too, probably to you, Brad.
Let's go.
Why not go get a right-handed defenseman in Tony DeAngelo instead of going overseas, dude? Go sign him.
Dude.
Yeah, no, go sign him.
I just drafted him in Tampa.
Had case.
Yeah. So I don't know if they have a good relationship.
He was good on Carolina, man. In the playoffs, he was good for them.
No, I think based on what you hear on the league, you hear with like some of the rumors and everything. Because I've listened to like enough podcasts. Like he had issues on the Flyers, he had issues on the Columbus, he had issues in Tampa. I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need you to in issues. Like I know you can play well, but if you ruin the locker room, you could like. I'm that's more important. Don't ruin the time with the boys. So
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, no, he played really well. But I think I'm good. I'd rather have.
I mean, also like with the exception of Tampa, those teams were pretty shit, right? So the times are already tough, so they're gonna boil over a little more.
Yeah. So he played with
Eagle.
He played with New York.
You get out a good team.
He played with the Coyotes, New York, Carolina.
But listen, he was in New York with fucking Tortorella as the coach, and I like Tortorella, but he's, around the league, he's the Tony DeAngelo of coaches, dude. Like
I love, love Torrance.
He's a basket case.
I would love to play for Torrance. Like I
love the sound bites.
Dude,
but he's a fucking lunatic.
You remember he tried to fight the whole Calgary Flames in the hallway, dude? That was so awesome.
Yeah.
Dude,
like, I had coach
and the players are holding him back, dude. I'm like, dude.
Every Calgary player is fucking 8 inches taller than him.
Yeah.
And he's just his shit.
8 inches taller, not on skates, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready to beat an old man's ass.
Yeah.
Here's a question I got for you guys. We were talking in our locker room the other night, and everybody is like, even Ben Nicolay, fire Lalonde. And I'm sitting here like, if there's anyone to blame a little bit, it's Yzerman. But my thing has always been, at the end of the day, the players have to perform. So this Derek Lalonde bullshit, fire him. He can only set the lineup.
Yep.
I mean, the players aren't just most of the time in the past 10 years or 7 years, 8 years, the players just don't fucking perform. It's not on the coach. It's on Yzerman a little bit for not putting the coach in the right position.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. Because you got 8 years of a drought. It can't always be the players. You moved them in and out. You move coaches in and out, but you can't fire the whole fucking team.
Yeah.
So I mean, I understand where you get mad at the coach, but yeah, it's not his fault. He can only do so much. The players have to play the game.
So when Mike Ellis died and his son Chris took over, I think
douche.
Douche, absolutely. I think he's not willing to put the money into the team. He's so money hungry focused. Look what happened to Tigers. Tigers were like the 4th or the 26th like highest salary of any of the teams, and they made it to the second round of the playoffs. And like, or do they call it second round?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's technically the second round, but still, we had the cheapest, youngest team in baseball.
Yeah, it was even lower than that. So and then
yeah,
Yzerman, like, and this is a same way that Pittsburgh's going right now. I think Kyle Dubas goes to Pittsburgh. He says, "Hey, I think we need to rebuild." He's like, "No." The ownership goes, "We have Crosby. We're not doing it." He's like, "Okay." I think Yzerman's like, "We need to continue to be shitty and like continue to build up good, like get high draft picks, so that we can get these star players at the high draft picks." And then Chris Ellis is like, "No, I built this new stadium. We need to make money." And I'm like, and so that's why I think Yzerman had to sign these shit contracts and try and plug holes because they weren't, because I think ownership was what's making him move.
But for the past 2 years, dude, it's frustrating to see, like, what last year we were a game out, a point out from being the playoffs. We're that much closer, and if we would have made a move or two in the past 2 years, that could have put us over the edge. And frankly, I think let Bertuzzi go.
Terrible.
Stupid.
The dumbest of fucking moves. Yeah, the dumbest of moves. You were in a playoff hunt.
Yeah.
You should have been buying, not selling.
No, okay. Yes. Do you remember what happened? They lost the 3 games before the trade deadline to Ottawa. And I was at one of those games where they got blown out by Ottawa. It was like 6-1. I'm like, that's not a playoff team. You losing to Ottawa that bad, 2 games in a row. Like, to me, like, you signed these. Yzerman's like, if you guys perform, I'll help you out. If you don't, we're trading. I think they didn't perform.
Like, I mean, the answer isn't 2 games you lose. The answer isn't trade your first line winger. What?
But Bertuzzi is not a first line winger on a Stanley Cup playoff team. He is a second.
He could have been.
No,
he could have been.
He's second. Look, he's first line on Chicago. He was second line on Boston.
Everyone's first line on Chicago, Brad.
He was second line in Toronto. He was second line in Boston. Like, he is a second line. He has paid. He's properly paid.
Okay, and you don't trade your second line center or winger.
So would you rather have Bertuzzi or DeBrincat? Because that's what you did. You used that first round pick to get DeBrincat.
That's tough.
You know what I mean?
But so that wasn't in the cards. That was all after the math of the fact.
But that's the point of these trades. That's the point of these trades, is that you have the assets to be able to do stuff like this.
Yeah, but if you get the assets, you trade away Bertuzzi. DeBrincat's a great player in his own right, but why don't you get someone else? Why don't you get someone better than DeBrincat? Because DeBrincat's so streaky that I might take Bertuzzi, especially with the chemistry he had in the locker room with those guys. He came up with all those guys.
Yeah, he won the Calder Cup down in Grand Rapids.
So I mean, and he was taking off, dude. He was taking off. Great on the power play. He was
getting better and better every year. You could see it.
Couldn't stand his fucking feet though. He was always laying flat on the ice, dude. I'm like, get your skates sharpened, dude.
And you know what? Maybe it was
what is going on with you?
Maybe it was the way he taped his stick that got him sent out.
Dude, that no knob, dude.
Yeah.
The no knob. The little piece across the top.
One piece of tape, dude. What are you doing, dude? Dude, my stick has the biggest fucking knob, dude. I'm like,
yo, Brad, what happened with Costin? I liked him.
He was a cap casualty. I think because Costin was a first round pick. Jesus Christ, I fell. he was a first round pick for St. Louis or for Edmonton. St. Louis, and he wanted more play time. And Eisenman's like, dude, like you're not good enough to play higher in lineup than like fourth, maybe third line. And I think Costin was like, hey, I want to trade then. It wasn't out in the media because Eisman keeps it all in house. I think it was like, hey, I'm going to trade you to a team that's going to give you a lot more opportunity. And so that's why I traded him over to.
You know what I think?
I like him.
I do too.
I think what had a lot to do with that was the year before, he had such a great playoff stint with Edmonton, and that was floated around in the media. Everyone was giving him such high praise that when he came to a new team, he expected that right away. When in reality, he just kind of hit a hot streak at a big time of the year. When he came back down to reality, everybody kind of figured out he's really a third, fourth line guy.
Yeah, that's it.
He didn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Now he's in San Jose, and he's not doing shit.
Well, so in Edmonton, he had 21 points in 57 games. Then he goes to the Wings. He has 4 points in 33 games.
Yeah.
And Eisenman's like, you're not performing. Yeah. And I think he was mad too. And then so he went to the Sharks. And he put up 10 points in 19 games because he's higher in the lineup. He was getting more play time. And so I think that's the idea around it. I think actually
and the Sharks didn't have a pot to piss in either.
They were also terrible.
They were throwing anything at the wall.
Yeah, exactly. I think they got him for like I think Costin was traded for like a 7th or something. It was like a 7th-round pick. It was like nothing.
Dude, San Jose is catching all of Detroit's strays, man. Zadina, Costin, Wallman.
Yeah, they were the bottom of the team, dude.
Yeah,
the bottom of the league. So we were running so long, and I'm okay. I'll keep going. But if theoretically we have all 8 defensemen right now, if you had Wallman on the team, where does he fall in? Because he's left defenseman, right? You're gonna have it's gonna be Sherratt and Edmondson for sure because you're paying them enough. Wallman third pair, because I almost maybe I like Olimata more as a defensive. You think he's second pair? You take him over. So who do you put first pair? Sherratt Sider. Because you got to even out the lines. You got to like put enough talent out there.
I think you put Sherratt Sider and Wallman Edmondson.
Edmondson's left side. So is Wallman. So they can't play the right side yet. You need a right-handed guy. I mean, you need a Petrie or Hall. Or,
they're professionals. They can figure it out.
The only one that's played, James, like I'll play whatever side wing you want me to play.
No, I mean, Brad, I know you didn't really play as much as like us growing up, but I mean, you get the gist. But I mean, I can play whichever side.
But
they can do it. They can do it at a professional level.
I would say you like a professional right-handed defenseman who plays on the right side. Then you move into a left-handed guy. Then you move to the right side, playing other guys who are the elite, and you're on your offhand. It is an adjustment, and the only one who's done that is Sherratt and Johansson. Well, Albert Johansson. By the way, it's actually Johansson, not Johansson, but I've been saying Johansson for like the last 2 years. So, but Johansson and Sherratt are the only two that can do both sides,
dude. At this point, I mean,
and you're not gonna put rookie Edmondson, who's literally trying to figure out how to play at NHL pace, on his off wing or on his off side. Like, it wouldn't be fair to him, and I don't think Wallman's good enough to put him on the other side.
Give him a few practices, man. They're professionals for a reason. If the team needs them to play like the Wings do because they're so shit depth wise at defense.
Yeah, and put Wallman at William Nylander at center too. Have you heard that argument?
Center is a completely different
game.
Oh no! Honestly, dude, they're professionals. They'll figure it out, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you got me on that one. I do. I mean, that going from winger to center and center to winger is completely different than just changing sides on the blue line because it's essentially the same job on each side of the blue line. Whereas center and winger, it's completely different jobs.
Ty, you're a defenseman. Do you have a preferred side?
I'm not a very good pick for this, but only because I like to get the puck on the boards.
But like,
I'm a strong hand.
You're right-handed. You want
Yeah.
that right side because you're like having to go backhand on if you're playing left D, having to go backhand and try and control the puck and get that extra second or two to be able to control it and move it. Like you're gonna have a guy on top of you real quick. So like,
no, I hear you. And you can walk the line if you're strong.
Yeah,
if you're on your strong side.
You're definitely not like wrong, Brad. Like not at all. I
No,
just
for
think that there are players that want to play their offside.
yeah. I mean, look at Ovechkin.
So I mean, sometimes when I play, I have to play defense because we're so short on guys.
Yeah.
I want the left side, and I'm right-handed.
Yeah, but like as a winger, again, winger, if you're a right-handed, right? You said, James.
Yeah.
Your wrist shot's better on the right side. Your slap shot's better on the left side.
That's not necessarily true. My wrist shot is better on the right side.
I'd say your wrist shot's better on the right side.
I would rather shoot on the left side every time.
Oh, really?
I hear him being a right-hand shot. Yeah.
Most goalies catch with their left hand, and the closest point to the net if you're on your right side is the glove. I don't want any part of that glove. I want to shoot left.
You want to pick far side, right?
If I'm coming in from the left, I'm shooting left side.
Short side.
Short
Over the
side.
pad, probably. Or high.
Over the blocker.
I'm pulling in and
blocker,
I'm going glove side just because it's nastier, you know.
Hey, dude, do it for the clips and it clicks, man.
That's just what I do.
Dude, can you even skate, dude?
I could skate.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
So anyway,
Sure.
so all right, Jay, I don't know if you heard, but like, so where would Wallman fit? Again, he didn't play any of the right side with the Wings over the 2 years that he was here. I'm assuming he's gonna play on the left side. Evanson, maybe Evanson can play the right side, maybe, but again, I wouldn't do that to his first full season. I wouldn't have him start doing that already until he's a little more established. So I think
where he would fit now, even after if we were to keep him.
Assuming all the defensemen are still here, where does he fit? Because like he's third pair, and honestly, you need a defensive defenseman. So I think it's between him or Mata on the left side and third pair.
I think we have enough defensive defensemen, dude. Half our defensemen can barely fucking skate anymore.
Okay, well, the only defensive defenseman we have officially is Mata. He's a full-blown defensive defenseman.
Can barely skate.
Huh?
He can barely skate.
Buddy, you got to see him take the puck up twice in the national game? Dude, he was putting pucks on net, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I will not take this Mata slander.
But Brad, if you're saying that we're still in a rebuild and you wouldn't be bummed if we missed the playoffs again, then it's what better time to throw in these rookies on their offside, get them the experience, right?
I
the whole season under the belt, yeah.
I think I agree. I think Eisen's biggest flaw is he lets his prospects cook too long in the AHL.
Same shit that Ken Holland did.
Dude, it's such bullshit. Evanson should have been up at the start of the season. Fucking Casper should be on the team right now. Like he had a two goal, 1 assist night the other night. Like this kid
in the opening game.
Dude, he should have been up. Danielson probably needs another year. Mazer could play third line minutes. Like, I don't know why you signed Fisher. I don't know why you signed Mott. Don't bring up Austin Watson. Get these young kids up. Like, I'm
seeing Austin Watson playing tonight pissed me off.
Well, and you don't want Sider throwing hands though. Like, you don't want breaking his wrist or something like that and losing Sider out for like 6 to 8 weeks. Like, so that's why you bring a guy like Watson. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll think of it. I lost the thought.
I apologize. That was my bad. For interrupting. I apologize.
Watson again is only here because of injury and moves. He wouldn't be playing if
he's a 13
Petrie
forward.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, so
he's.
I think Ken Holland gets as much praise as he does, only for the fact that in his glory days there was no cap, so we had these big superstars. I think more than half the 2002 Red Wing Stanley Cup team are Hall of Famers.
I think there's 10
Yeah,
Hall of Famers, and now officially
11.
that's
Yeah.
going to be number 11. Yeah,
So once
11.
that hit, we started having down years. Couldn't get out of the first round.
because he didn't know how to build a team yet.
Anthony Mantha's career was probably ruined a little bit because he sat in the minors for 5-6 years, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
And Yzerman is, he had some great teams in Tampa.
Never
But
got done.
shit.
Let's be honest, he never got done. By the way, just to let you know, Mantha is 4 points in 3 games. 1.3 points per game. I don't see it going down.
Is he?
Yeah, it's the highest it's ever been in his whole career, and it'll never be higher.
Say again?
Calgary.
Calgary, yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, when he got traded to the Capitals, he had like 5 goals in 3 games.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. He had first when he first got traded there, 8 points, 14 games. And then the next season, 23 points in 37 games, 27 points. Yeah, he just didn't. He didn't.
An injury-prone bastard too. He was injured every year about something or another. Broke,
also
twisted, bent.
Third line guy.
That I don't like that we had a first-round pick and his name is Nate Danielson. Get a cooler name, dude.
Dude, that is one of my most watched. That's one of my most watched shorts. Is I was like, Nate Danielson, why? And I was like, I was shitting on him so hard. And I by the way, like I still stand by this. They should have done Zach Benson, who is a goal scorer who gets drafted and after 1 year is playing on the Buffalo Sabres. And I'm like, that is a guy who's immediately NHL ready who scores goals. And anyways, I have an issue with some of Yzerman's drafting because the thing is,
Buffalo is gonna be shit,
dude. I don't know how Buffalo is shit. You have so many high draft picks, so many good players. How are you guys not getting it together,
dude? They damn near almost ruined Jack Eichel's career.
Oh, dude, furious, dude. Also, I'm trying to get Dad to get that disc replacement. Did he tell you about that, Ty? He's gonna need back surgery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like either like he wants to, like they want to fuse 3 vertebrae. I'm like, so there's this athlete that could have fused him, but he went with disc replacement, and I'm like, dude, go disc replacement.
Like it tells you all you need to know about the Sabres organization. A player is telling you that it's his body, right?
Yep, it's his choice.
He has. Well, not trying to be.
I'm just. Anyways, go ahead.
Right. So surgery, when to do it, it's his body.
Yeah.
The Sabres were like, no, fuck you, we'll pay you.
No, I agree. It's their asset. They're paying him $10 million a year.
Jay?
Hey, knock it off.
Cut it out up there.
He has preferred surgery and goes to Vegas and,
wins.
By my account, should have won the fucking Conn Smythe last year over Marchessault.
Agreed. I totally agree. Again, because centers are more valuable than I just have Zach Eichel. Because
his twin brother.
Yeah, right. No, to me, like I think he was absolutely worth it. By the way, like you traded him for like Alex Tuck, Peyton Krebs, and a first-round pick. And there's one more asset in there, but like basically like a middle 6 guy, I guess a top 6 guy on Buffalo.
Oh, did you guys see that clip of Dahlin and Krebs?
Yeah, dude.
Do you know what happened?
It was full on practice, and I just forgot the other guy's name. Krebs was like walking it up, and Dahlin nailed him.
Oh no! So Dahlin like low hip checked him. Like,
yeah.
And then he dropped his gloves and started fighting.
I don't know which
led up to that or what.
I think Dahlin has been there long enough. He's frustrated enough. I think he's now captain. So like he's
St. Louis Blues.
Fucking Raymond and Kopp happened. That last year, Raymond and Kopp got into it in practice. And then the next game, Raymond gets in a fight. You know who's first on there? Kopp to go fucking defend Raymond, dude. And I'm like, good.
Well, that's the whole like St. Louis Blues Stanley Cup turnaround is when Bortuzzo and someone fought like a heavyweight because Bortuzzo's a fighter.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good fight, and everybody in that organization says that was the day that it changed for them, and they won the cup.
Yeah, dude. Well,
That's so sick.
again, you need like fire. You need some passion, and like I think I'm trying to look it up right now, but I'm pretty sure that the Blues are like 4-0 like right now. They're doing like really bad. I'm trying to find that.
4-0 sounds pretty good.
4-4. Sorry. Yeah, right.
The first game.
Damn, fucking A. I wish we were 4-0. Sounds pretty all right.
No, they're 1-3. Sorry, 1-3.
I don't have the Wings game on. What are they doing?
Oh, they fucked it up.
They lost. So
what's the score?
Yeah,
4-1. So it's mind you, it's also the Rangers. Like it is the President's Trophy winning Rangers. We were just sucking Sturkin off earlier. How good he was. Rangers, all these stars.
The Rangers who just lost to Utah.
Yeah, well,
that's embarrassing. I can't name a single guy in Utah. To be honest with you.
Sergachev, Jersey, Keller.
Oh, okay. Well,
Pamelka.
Yeah, I guess so.
Provorov.
Maybe I didn't look into it yet.
I also do this. I'm literally running a YouTube channel. Not Provorov. Prostov. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say
Provorov is on Columbus. So yeah, dude, fucking on this. With retaining salary by LA. I can hang, dude. I got this down, dude. I do these reviews.
LA's uniforms are sick.
Dude, they are good.
Your logos are sick. I like Anaheim's too.
Dude, yeah, they look good. I want LA to go to the purple and gold, just like the Lakers. Like do it like four times a year. Like I would absolutely get a purple and gold jersey
with the diamond encrusted crown.
Yeah, just that sick crown, dude.
I like their unis when like Anze was a rookie. The purple, black, and silver.
Was it like with the bow tie with the LA across? I remember they had.
Bow tie?
Yeah, they had a bow tie that said Los Angeles on it.
Yeah, like the Chevy logo almost.
Yeah, a bow tie. That's what it's called. It's called the Chevrolet bow tie. It's the same idea.
Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about, James.
Yeah, those are. I just like the color scheme. Yeah, they were like our purple Cobra jerseys a little bit.
Yeah, those are sick too.
I'm trying to see if I can find it. I'm trying to pull it up. Oh, okay. I think it's just the clean ones. Let's see.
Are you allowed to show stuff on this, Brad?
Yeah, I can show stuff. Yeah. I just gotta let me pull it up right here.
Hey James, we're doing a pond hockey tournament out in Breckenridge this year. Some of the guys here from Austin. It'll be pretty sick.
When are you going?
I don't know. I don't really sign anything up. Josh usually just pays for it and signs me up, and then I get invoiced.
I get invoiced. Venmo.
Sometimes he misses the invoices, not a reminder.
Yeah.
So are you talking about this, like this bow?
No. So go to like.
That's what I was talking about, though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, those ones. I like those ones. Those ones are sick. The white and the purple and the gold. But I'm talking about the like 2002.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, how about this guy, dude? Right here. Dude,
Luke Robitaille. That's what that reminds me
of.
Dude,
look at this shield, dude. This is cool.
Hold on. I'm gonna go get my computer charger. Hold on.
Dude, look at this. Dude, these are dirt. These are. You guys can see it. 1 second.
We get it. I like this. Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. That's so cool. I'm all about this.
Yeah, like you said.
What's up with the
lion? A little too
much.
Yeah.
Well, so
that's a little much.
I think lions are like
King of the jungle, maybe.
Well, lions are emblematic of like England culture, and so a lot of kings use lions because lions are king of the jungle, and so they use them on a lot of their crests. So the idea around it is you have the original
lion.
crown, you have the lion because that's like for the English culture. You're using a crest which is very English, and then you have the sun because LA and shit.
I don't like all this English stuff. I thought we forgot about them in 1776.
Yeah. That they
Bro,
tried.
if you wanna start a conspiracy podcast, I can get into this whole thing about that. I still think we're paying taxes to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we get into it. Different pod.
Is this Sam Tripoli over here?
Hey, sometimes I don't think Sam goes deep enough.
Oh, dude. Dude. That's funny.
Didn't catch every avenue. I have something, sir, that you must see.
We should just do it. We should all come in with our like hot take, like NHL conspiracy theories.
I'll take along, yeah.
Dude,
We could do that. We should do that while you do your drinking episode.
So Richie was shitting on this. I was saying it could not be done on a Monday, but basically what I want to do is 32 takes and with 32 beers and 32 takes. So you do one for every team, and I'll start. I got a minute, and so I'll start with my take. I got like a minute to like riff, a minute or two, a couple minutes. Jay's got to finish his beer before I'm done, and then Jay goes, and then while Jay's doing his take, Jardine's got one, and you rip through. You collectively rip through 32 beers.
That's not a bad idea. I think another angle we could do. You ever done a power hour style?
Yeah.
Where you put it into like a shot glass. We could do each one of us does a shot together after the take. It's kind of fun.
Okay.
So,
but then again, there's no pressure to finish the beer. I see you're kind of going with the game style.
I'm in for doing something like that. I just don't. I haven't drank since New Year's Eve, so.
You what?
I haven't drank since New Year's Eve. I'm done drinking. So.
We don't want to break your sobriety, but
I'll drink maybe a cran apple and water.
Yeah, we'll tag someone else in that week. There, James. It'll be all right.
No, honestly, that's fine. I mean, I could see why it wouldn't be as fun with one person.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Dude, but like that's the thing is like I still want to just like have a whole like, hey, what's some hot takes? What we want to I just rip through some stuff. Dude, so. But actually, I'm gonna end this because we are at 1 hour and 56 minutes.
Wow,
dude, it's awesome. Perfect. But guys, I had a ton of fun. Like I said, I'm doing it again next Monday. I'm doing it every Monday. So whenever you guys want to jump on, I might do one later this week. So I might just send something in the group chat because I want to talk about goalies. Because I think that'd be more fun. Or that will also be fun. But yeah, I had a great time riffing with you guys. This is fun.
Yeah, this is great. This is a good one.
I mean, I think I'm gonna be more prepared. Maybe have some notes and stuff next time.
Yeah,
but I think it flowed super smoothly.
Yeah.
The riffing is fun.
It is. Yeah.
I think what we should do. I think we should all have one hot take
every week.
Every week, yeah.
They're down. I'm down.
Yeah.
So my hot take.
I can find one.
My hot take for the week is Bedard will not be. Well, should it be like for this like season more relevant?
Probably you probably like be like I think you would say Bedard hits only 70 points this year, and I think and you'd be like and follow up. I think he never hits 80 points. I think he's out of the league in 3 years. I think I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna break his jaw again. And it's like crazy Michigan man goes to Chicago to break 20-year-old's jaw. Just prove your point.
I know. Do you guys know if Addard is playing at all? Like in the Flyers organization, or
he's with the Layton Valley Phantoms. He got waived and no one claimed him, so he went down. So he's down there. Problem is that they have 6 NHL guys. Like so it's it's hard for the AHL guy to try and crack it. But I've been like very much been following this. I've been like watching. So I give Tyler updates. I'm like, yeah, Ronnie got waived, and I was gonna get his jersey too, and I actually wanted to text like his mom or Sue and like buy a jersey for him. I'd love to have him on the pod. Like I think that'd be but I don't have it. Like, I'm also like, I feel weird. I'm like, I don't want to text Jessica to be like, hey, how's it going? Can I get your brother's number so I can interview him for my YouTube channel for hockey?
Yeah.
Like, it's like I'm really using people at this point, and I also don't have like an established relationship with Ronnie. I'm like just hoping that I run into Sue and Tom at like, and I'm like, dude, and just like throw it out there,
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's still so sick that he even got to that point though.
he made the show, man. He did it, dude.
It's funny, like watching that Wings opening game when they were announcing everybody where they're from. Like I live in Waterford, and I know what kind of place it is. It's fine, but like hearing Dylan Larkin from Waterford, Michigan, it's like, dude,
Yeah,
so crazy.
How the hell did you get there,
dude? Yeah, we played the same arena, dude. As him.
I play at that fucking rink twice a week, dude. They just now they redid the boards. They got all new boards and benches in the red rink.
The red rink, dude.
Dude, the pipes still burst once a week. The blue rink is the shittiest. And dude, Don Moore is skating on our team on Sundays now.
No
so
way.
Make little hints, but
Yeah, you gonna do something about that?
Right.
Brad, get in there and fix all that. That's all us.
Dude, I was gonna say, dude, do you know they have a cooling tower?
That's what we do for work.
Well,
Yeah.
Probably a bunch of closed loops and chillers and everything else.
I'm gonna go. Actually, I drove by there. I'm planning on going there. That's I'm going there, dude. I'm like, hey, also might as well just start a leg while I'm there. Might as well.
Dude, they just need to when is that building built? Like 75.
Oh god.
Oh,
it's probably severely out of code. Shouldn't even be standing right now. But hey, let's spend $100,000 on new boards in one of the rinks.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Dude, it's so
dumb as shit. I mean,
that's the way they make their money. In fairness, so that's you know what I mean. That's something I could think is like you got to keep the thing that brings in the cash good.
Yeah, but like wouldn't you think that like they would redo the boards and benches in like the blue rink?
Blue rink?
Oh, the blue, yeah.
Yeah.
Where they actually sell tickets.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, you guys will love this. In the gray rink, they had a spot in the ice, apparently, like by one of the circles by the net. That I don't know if like they couldn't fill with ice after they the season started up or whatever, but there was a hole. So what they did was they covered it with whatever, and there you can still see the cement under the ice. It's nuts, dude.
Dude,
it's nuts.
That's stupid.
Just a hole in the ice.
Yeah. Real quick, Ronnie is on his last year of his contract with the Flyers. He might be one of the first call-ups, but right now they have 7 defensemen. They have 9 defensemen, and 2 of them are injured, and he still hasn't gotten a call.
Tortorella's not going to call him up.
Yeah, well, because he's an offensive defenseman. He doesn't really want that. Like, it's just, yeah, it's a bummer. I hope he gets a shot.
It's all they want, but
dude, honestly, if he's a professional AHLer, still cool. If he's a Brogan Rafferty, right? Like,
yeah, whoever that is.
Occasional call up, He's the guy that got called up like 17 times. Like he'll be like called up and then he got sent down again. Like
oh, you know what that reminds me of? Who is it? Savoy. Is that how you say his last name?
Savoy, yeah.
He gets put on waivers by Vegas, claimed by Edmonton. The next day, put on waivers by Edmonton, gets claimed by Vegas.
Wow.
The next day, claimed by Edmonton. The next day, claimed by Vegas. Like all the span of like 5 days.
Lavoie, Ralph Lavoie, yeah.
Lavoie,
yeah. So you know what's crazy? So because he's technically up in the NHL at this time, in that time period, he would have made like in the 5 days, he would have made. I'm gonna use arbitrary numbers. It's like $900, and if he was in the AHL during that time, he made like 9,000 instead because he was technically on his NHL contract.
Dude, so if you're him, what do you do? Like, do you fly? Are you flying to that place, or are you staying put until you're like?
So basically what you're doing is you're waiting until someone tells you what to do. So you're like, it's kind of like it was waived today, right? And he was sent down. Quote,
fuck that guy, dude. Who's
I'm using as an example, as a relevant example. He was sent down to the Grand Rapids Griffins. Doesn't mean he drove to Grand Rapids. It just means he's on their roster.
Oh no, I know that. But
so
like,
he's just waiting. Yeah. I'm trying to find it. So right here it said, oh no, I can't find it now. But
That's
yeah,
all right.
basically, from October 6th to 11th, he was claimed and placed on waivers back and forth for 6 days.
Stressful week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
That's beat your wife kind of week, dude.
Dude.
I don't
Two totally different climates too. You don't even know what you're packing.
Oh, I know, dude.
You're
Yeah.
like, you're like, you got 2 suitcases going.
Dude, you go from like pristine summer weather to the fucking oil fields of cold ass Edmonton, Alberta.
Dude, Jimmy, if you got to play out with McDavid, you're on the same roster as McDavid.
What was the question?
You're on the same roster as McDavid though.
Oh,
Or you go to Vegas.
I'll play in bumfuck Alaska. I don't care.
Mystery Alaska. I'll play there.
100%. They played the Rangers, man.
Dude.
Yeah, they did.
They almost beat them.
Yeah.
Almost.
Was
Dude,
the Wings?
That movie was so great, and that sex scene, which really isn't a sex scene. My mom tried to cover my eyes when I was watching the movie for the first time, and I so hard.
Dude, that's so funny. No, that's so funny. You're like, Mom, slap.
Oh, come on, I'm old enough. I was like 7. Nowhere near old enough.
That's funny.
All right, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Wrap it up. All right. Thanks
for having me. We'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir. Later, guys.
Later.
Have a good one.
Thanks.